Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath on the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome into Kindred, North Dakota on your live event. We are just going live here in Kindred, where we are getting ready for another doubleheader in Kindred. Got the Central Cass Squirrels of Castleton, North Dakota, traveling to Kindred, North Dakota for once again a girls and then boys doubleheader. Should be a fun night. Anytime Kindred and Castleton or Central Cass gets together, it's almost always action-packed, hard-fought. We've said it many times before, but we think it's one of the best rivalries in the state of North Dakota, if not the best rivalry. Almost always ends with dramatic fashion and close game. This game specifically on paper would lend itself to be much the same. The Central Cass girls come to Kindred with a record of 10-3 on the regular season to take on the home team, Kindred Viking girls, who also boast a record of 10-3. Once again, thanks for tuning in to your live event. Josh Almaris alongside Nicholas Heggie, the Eggmeister, Mr. Eggman. Nick, how you doing on this Kindred Central Cass Tuesday evening?
I'm cold, Josh. I'm pretty dang cold, but it's about to get real warm up in this gym, and I'm really excited. These two 10-3 teams are about to go head-and-head. Kindred looking for a rematch from earlier in the year, and Castleton looking for that daunted sweep on Kindred this year in girls basketball.
Well, I'm sure people aren't here for the weather report, but I don't know why you're so cold. It's warmed up 40 degrees since this morning. You were up at, you said 6 a.m., and the feels like was 45 degrees below zero?
Yep.
Just let that sink in, fans. It feels like negative 45 degrees at 6:30 this morning. That is nuts. And I know when I taught my first class this morning, I looked and it was negative 33 degrees.
Yeah.
That was at about 9:30ish. And now it's at negative 4 degrees. So like I said, I don't know what you're complaining about. It's been a 40 degree warm up. Anyway, we're not here to talk weather, Nick. We're talking basketball. You had mentioned it earlier. These two teams have played already this season. They were at Central Cass on December 16th, and Central Cass got the best of the Vikings. They defeated them by a score of 58-52. It was another barn burner of a game. Tonight, the Vikings look to get some revenge. And the two teams look a little different when you say, Nick, versus
Correct.
December 16th to now.
Yeah, Kindred at that point had without Liza Trenbeth on the court, and if I'm not mistaken, Taylor Sanders didn't play that game either. But now for Castleton too, as you'll probably get to here in a little bit, but Emery Holland's not on the court for this Castleton team either now.
Yeah, so early on in December, Central Cass, all kudos goes to them. They played a very good game and beat the Vikings. They were healthy and the Vikings were not, and now the tide has switched a little bit. Central Cass without one of their top scorers, Emery Holland, averaged 17 points a game. She's a senior guard. Just looking at what she does on the court, she's a phenomenal player, but off the court, a fantastic young lady. And very, very unfortunate news for Emery Holland. She broke her arm at Devil's Lake in a game against Beulah, and a tough, gruesome injury of her humerus. And we just want to start this off by wishing Emery Holland, her family, all our fans, all the folks at Central Cass, nothing but the best for Emery, as we hope she can recover from this injury. And as far as the basketball game goes, I'm excited to see how the Central Cass Squirrels start to get more comfortable without having Emery on the court.
They've had a rough go of it the last few games here, playing three really good teams in the state and not great scores against those three teams, but they have to figure out a new identity almost without their leading scorer on the court.
Well, you take 17 points per game off the floor, plus great leadership, plus a great kid, and absolutely you gotta re-identify what you're going to do. The Central Cass Squirrels entered this season with 10 straight wins. They came out on fire. They beat Hillsborough, Lisbon, Langdon. We talked about Kindred on December 16th. They beat Grafton, Dunseith, Shiloh Christian, Oak Grove, Wahpeton, and Beulah. And then after losing Emory on January 10th at Devils Lake against Beulah, they have now dropped 3 in a row to Turtle Mountain, Valley City, and at Thompson on the 16th. Very much a team looking to rebound. This will be a big win for the Squirrels, right, Nick?
Right. This has been a crazy last 4 games on Castleton's schedule. Turtle Mountain ranked, Thompson ranked, Valley City ranked, and Kindred being ranked, coming with the new polls out yesterday. This is a tough 4-game stretch, and Castleton's looking to get that first win in this 4-game stretch here tonight, and it'd be nice and sweet for them in the rival town of Kindred.
Both teams are 10-3, but talk about the Region 1 implications. This is a region that is going to be, I mean, you could throw seedings aside really at the end of the year because the postseason is going to be phenomenal, but Kindred, Valley City, and Castleton all with just 1 loss. Central Cass comes in with a league record of 4-1 and Kindred with a league record of 5-1. Big region implications,
Correct.
Nick.
I mean, Caston, if you can get 2 up on Kindred and have that ultimate tiebreaker there, if it comes down to that, you have the same record at the end of the year. I mean, there it is. It's yours for the taking, and if Caston can go do this, this will be a big confidence boost for their season and really big when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 looks to be taking form with Central Cass, Valley City, Kindred in whatever order. But don't sleep on really anybody else. I mean, Wahpeton, exactly. I was going to say both these teams have played Wahpeton and beat them, but boy, Wahpeton is a dangerous team as well. So, let's just reiterate on paper, both these teams are 10-3. Both of them are Kindred is 5-1 in league. Central Cass 4-1. They played before. It was a great game. 6-point victory by Central Cass. And throw into all that, they're rivals, and one of the best rivalries in the state of North Dakota. Neither team wants to lose to the other. We got a recipe for a fantastic night, Nick.
It's going to be really fun in here, Josh.
And, oh, by the way, after the girls' game is done, we back it up with a boys' game. So it's going to be a fun evening. We want to thank you for tuning in to your live event. Josh Omeris alongside Nick Eggman. There's about 6 minutes and 10 seconds away from National Anthem. We're going to step away for about 2 minutes, and we'll look at some of the individual players when we get back. See you in about 2 minutes.
We aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Winter Conference 2025 is Wednesday, January 22nd at the Avalon Center in Fargo, North Dakota. You can register at planterdoc.com. Engineers, agronomists, and product experts will share insights focused on improving farm operations. Stay ahead of the curve by learning how to maximize your efficiency in the field with solutions for every season. Register for Winter Conference 2025 at planterdock.com.
Welcome back in, fans, to Kindred, North Dakota on a cold Tuesday. We're just talking about what the feels like was. Started at negative 45, feels like it's 6:30 this morning. We're at negative 4 now. My lovely bride is out in Dickinson, says it's 27 degrees there. So how does that work, Nick?
I mean, it's just different.
It's always sunny and warm where Samantha is.
Okay.
Speaking of sunny and warm, let's take a look at who's going to be heating up the gym here today. We'll start with the Central Cass Squirrels, and the Central Cass Squirrels will go as follows. Number 1, Abby Cobbervig Jr., stands 5 feet 6 inches. Number 2, Kinley Haug. She's an 8th grade guard, averaging 14 points a game. Nick and I were just talking off air about how confident she looks. She does not look like an 8th grader. We're very excited to see how she plays tonight. Kinley Haug, once again, 8th grader, wears number 2, averaging 14 points a game. A little bit of size, and Liv Severson stands 5 feet 10 inches. She's a junior guard, averaging 9.5 points a game, close to 6 rebounds a game. Number 5, Becca Kegley. She's a senior forward, stands 5 feet 8 inches. And number 11, a name that many Kindred people know well, Ava Cotton, senior forward, stands 5 feet 8 inches, averages almost 12 points and 6 rebounds a game. Ava Cotton, once again, 11. So it'll be number 1, Coppervig, 2, Haug, 3, Severson, 5, Kegley, and 11, Cotton. The Central Cass Squirrels are coached by Jay Bachman in his 9th year as head coach. He hails from Richland grad. Coached at Thompson for a couple years. A good man. Always fun to visit with Jay Bachman, and always seems to do a fantastic job with the Central Cass Squirrels. His assistants are Hannah Bresky and Travis Plant. Nick, what are you looking forward to seeing from the Central Cass Squirrels?
I'm looking forward to getting up and down that court as quick as possible. Both of these teams are kind of similar in that way, Josh. They want to put the pedal to the metal, and both teams are going to press. Look for that press, and I think that ultimately this game's going to come down to who turns the ball over more. Whoever turns the ball over less is probably going to come out with that win. But I'm really excited, like you said, Kinley Haug. Everything's going to run through her tonight, Josh. She's going to be that point guard taking it down the court, and she's going to be dishing it off to all of her teammates and trying to get them open looks.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to reiterate, Jay Bachman does a great job with these girls. He started this season strong. The Squirrels won 10 in a row, and they're very excited for tonight, very proud of where they're at, but looking forward to seeing how they're going to turn the corner on the adversity of losing Emery Hall. And should be a fun night seeing the Squirrels here in Kindred. On the Kindred Vikings side of things, no surprises. They will go as follows. Liza Trenbeth Jr. stands 5'11", averages 18 points a game. She wears number 1. Number 3, Sierra Nipstead, puts in about 24 a night. She's just a freshman at 5 feet 11. And another 5'11" girl, senior Kennedy Bacco, averages 10 points a game. She wears number 5. It's kind of the three-headed monster for the Kindred Vikings, Trenbeth, Nipstead, and Bacco. Leah Rowland, senior, stands 5'5" inches tall. She wears number 11. And Zoe Sharp, a senior, wears number 24. Both Leah and Zoe are phenomenal team players and have rounded out this lineup incredibly well. Kindred Vikings are coached by Sam Brandt. She's in her 8th year as the head coach. It's her 14th year here with the program. She hails from Andover, Minnesota, and graduated from Minot State, the future home of Presley Peraza after today. We'll talk more about that later. Presley Peraza signed to play basketball and track at Minot State. Assistants are Tennille Bacco, Ashley Fahnhorst, and Danny Sanders. Nick, real quick, what are you looking forward to seeing out of the Kindred girls tonight?
See if they can shoot from behind the arc, Josh. The last 2 games that we've had here, I think Sierra Nipstead started 3 for 3 against Lisbon, and they got out to an early lead and ran away in that game. If they can shoot it well from behind the arc, it's going to be a very successful night for the Kindred Vikings.
Sam Brandt, her coaching staff has done a phenomenal job. I mean, they've improved. This team has improved tremendously this year. They are 10-3. They have won now 8 in a row, I believe, Nick, including wins against Valley City, at Devils Lake, and now they are ranked number 4. We're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back in about a minute and a half.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Welcome back in your live event. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman gearing up for a Rivalry Tuesday on a cold January 21st. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Paul Quislin is introducing the Central Cass Squirrels out onto the court. The first one out is number 1, the junior guard who goes by the name Abby Kabervig. Steps out onto the floor. She'll be followed by the 8th grader, a girl we talked about in the pregame show. She wears number 2, averages 14 points a game. Kenley Haug, once again, just an 8th grader. Third out onto the floor at 5 feet 10 inches, a guard, a junior, and she wears number 3, average about 10 points a game. It's Liv Severson. Fist bumping the referees and assistant coach now is number 5, Becca Kegley. Senior forward, stands 5 feet 8 inches. And finally, it's a young lady who averages almost 12 points a game. Number 11, the senior forward, Ava Cotton. Once again, Kabervig, Haug, Severson, Kegley, and Cotton. Squirrels are coached by Jay Bachman, Hannah Bresky, and Travis Plant. Lights go off. The green fireflies are dancing around. And Quislin amps up his voice as onto the court comes junior Liza Trinbeth. She wears number 1 and averages 18 points a game. Hands slapping her teammate now is number 3, the freshman, 5'11" Sierra Nipstead. Kennedy Baco wears number 5, hops around, and she comes out onto the floor. Once again, she wears number 5. She's a senior, Kennedy Baco. Another senior wearing number 11 coming out onto the floor is Leah Rowland. And the final young lady stepping out on the court for the Vikings, wears number 24. She's a senior, Zoe Sharp. Once again, Trenbeth, Nipstead, Baco, Rowland, and Sharp onto the floor for the Vikings. Vikings are coached by Sam Brandt in her 8th year as the head, 14th with the program, assisted by Tennille Baco, Ashley Fahnhorst, and Danny Sanders. Good atmosphere in here. Both stands are filling up nicely. It's only going to get more full, wouldn't you say, Nick?
Oh, yeah. There's, I think there's another C-Squad boys game going on in the middle school right now, Josh. So we got some fans over there. This place is going to be jam-packed come the end of this basketball game.
Lots of action with a doubleheader in store here. Courts are rolling, and people are, if they're not here, they're in another section of the building. And, of course, if they're not in Kindred, and you're listening to us here on your live event, thank you very much for tuning in. There's Haug with the ball. That eventually the ball gets worked down to Cotton and then across to Kabervig. She puts up a shot and swishes it through. Kabervig has the Squirrels on the board right away. Vikings get it up to Trenbeth. She drops it. Ball's on the floor. Going to be a jump ball. Great work there by Cotton as she was able to get the held ball. Arrow stays with the Vikings. But good work by the Squirrels. Inside, the Vikings go to Baco. They try to get it to Trenbeth, and she fumbles it. Now she goes inside with the left hand. No good. Rebound, Severson and the Squirrels.
This is a much better start than the last time these two teams faced for Castleton. They got down 16-0 before they even scored.
Clarify, the Vikings got down, right?
Nope.
Castleton was down 16-0. I don't remember that about that game. Good memory there, Nicholas. Right now it's 2-0. Squirrels are up. Into the corner, the Vikings go with the ball, and now right up top, Bacco going to shoot a three. No good. Rebound, Liza Trenbeth. Liza going to try the reverse underhand. No good, and the rebound eventually falls to the 8th grader, Kinley Haug. Haug, left-handed toss over to Coppervig. Coppervig's the only one to score so far, as the Viking faithful wait to be seated once their girls in white put one through. Haug fights the ball away from Bacco. 15 on the shot clock. Cotton has it now. Cotton open for a three. She throws it all the way across to teammate Severson and then eventually to the corner by Coppervig, but the Vikings steal it. Trenbeth looking to run. Trenbeth has Nipstead in the corner. She takes to the paint, has it knocked away. It eventually goes to Bacco. Bacco to Rowland. Now to Nipstead. Trenbeth working against Cotton. Trenbeth gives to Rowland, who gives to Nipstead. Right on her is Kegley. Kegley's not going to give her the three, but good drive by Nipstead, and it's 2-2. 5:45 here to go in the first quarter. We're still very early on. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Going to stay with the Squirrels. Kindred likes blue. Castleton likes red. They can both agree that it is a fantastic time when the two teams get together. I think they could both agree that there's no rivalry like this one, especially in high school sports. A rivalry based on respect.
That one's blocked.
And the fact that nobody wants to lose to the other. Good block there by Bacco. Here's Trenbeth in the corner. Good defense by Severson. Zoe Sharp gets the ball and she banks it in.
The Squirrels went to double team Bacco there and kind of forgot about Sharp. Wide open at the bottom of the baseline.
Coach Bachman calls the first Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. See you in 30.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Want to thank Josh, Sue, Dean, Jim, and all the people at Kindred State Bank for sponsoring the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeouts. It's 4-2 here in Kindred. Castleton scored the first basket. It was Coppervig, and Kindred has now answered with 4 points. Sierra Nipstead had a bucket, and then Zoe Sharp. And we're sitting at 4-2 with 3:07 in the books in the first quarter. 4:53 left to go. Nice inbounds and bucket there by the 8th grader, Kinley Haug.
Kindred's already shown a little press. Now Castleton in it. Bacco breaks that press easily.
Kinley Haug, we mentioned it and we'll continue to mention it. Just an 8th grader. She averages 14 points a game. She has 2 tonight. She just does not look like an 8th grader. She looks so confident and smooth. Almost reminds me of Sierra Nipstead a little bit, and just how those youngsters can get that comfort and presence is very impressive.
It almost equated to another name from Kindred. And
Abigail Dukeshire.
Yes.
Yep. Kennedy Bacco made that bucket for the Vikings, and it's 6-4. Leah Rowland with the turnover, quickly gets it up to Nipstead. Nipstead, great pass to Trenbeth. We talked about it, just a calmness and a coolness about it. Sierra Nipstead, great assist there. As the 8th grader, Haug, drives up the court, and she's going to get fouled. Foul's going to go against the Vikings.
Kennedy Bacco got a little too aggressive there on Haug, not allowing her the drive.
Her first, team's first. Haug over to Cotton. Cotton working around Trenbeth. And gives to Haug an open three. Haug
got it.
Immediately she got that shot, knew that she was wide open and put it through the net. Great shot there by Kinley Haug. She has 5, and it's 8-7 Vikings. Bacco works against Kegley. The 2 number 5s duke it out, and here they are again. Quick 3. Nice shot.
Answers.
Nice shot there by Kennedy Bacco. Got it and popped it. Bacco has 5 tonight. Here's Cotton. She drives in against Zoe Sharp. Good defense, but better offense there.
That's a heck of a drive by Cotton there. Avoided Sharp, got that thing up, and had a little kiss on that glass and went right in.
No doubt about it. Zoe had her feet planted, and had there been contact, more than likely would have went against Cotton, but she was nifty and got it around Sharp. Here's a three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Haug and the Squirrels. Quickly up to Kegley, and then try to get it down into the corner to Severson, but one thing we know of Leah Rowland is she is going to hustle all over the court. Lila Kittleson, Taylor Sanders in for the Vikings. Addison Hushka, junior guard. Where's number 15? In for the Central Cass Squirrels. 2:34 left here in the first quarter.
Ooh, no one guarding Severson out of the baseline.
Good drive there by Severson, but she got a little bit too tight to the basket. Nipstead up to Rowland. Rowland to her left and then right and then left and then gives to Sanders, who gives to Kittleson. Kittleson had 8 quick points off the bench against Lisbon last week. Bacco has it, 10 on the shot clock. Bacco is going to end up throwing that one away. And a turnover, going to go to the Squirrels. Liv Severson going to inbound. 2:02 left here in the first quarter. Vikings lead 11-9. Quick inbound, quick pass there. Had a little disaster up here. Kennedy Bacco makes another bucket, and it is 13-9. Foul's going to go against Kinley Haug. Kinley Haug called for the foul. Bacco completes the three-point play. We good over there, partner?
We're good.
Okay, good. We're under 2 here in the first quarter. Vikings lead by 5. Kobervig couldn't break the press. She tried to get it to Haug. Vikings have a miss, but get a second chance. Is it going to be good? Yes. Liza Trenbeth for 3. And the Vikings are on a nice little run here. Central Cass cannot break the press right now. 17-9, Vikings up. Can the 8th grader do it? Yes, she can. She gets it up to Kegley, and then a quick break. Ooh, big block there by Liza Trenbeth.
Yeah, if they can get it past that first wave of the Vikings, they only have 2 deep. And if you can get past that first one and have 3 people on 3-on-2, should get open looks for Castleton.
Ava Cotton checks in for the Squirrels. Good hustle play there by Liza Trenbeth to get the block. Ball is worked around the perimeter, and another steal by the Vikings. Sanders is going to end up picking it up. She's triple teamed. Going to be a jump ball on the tie-up.
The Vikings defense here in the last half of this first quarter really picked up the intensity. Castleton needs to find an answer.
Well, we know, we've seen many games that the Vikings offense is really sparked by that press, and when they score a basket, they're looking for more and more and more, and it's worked out here in this game early on. 65 seconds left in the first quarter. Vikings by 8. Good pass by Lila to Liza, but Liza got a little tight. Here's Cotton for 3. No good, strong. Leah Rowland with the rebound.
That's a carry, Josh. Ooh, foul. I thought Kindred might have gotten away with one there. It looked like Leah picked up for basketball, but what am I talking about? We don't call carries in basketball anymore.
Rebecca Kegley is going to be called for the foul. Her first, team second. Kegley has one and Haug has one. 17-9, Vikings lead. 53.6 left in the first quarter. Sierra Nepstead against Cotton. Goes behind the back, spins. Cotton on her hip. They go inside to Zoe, at the free throw line to Zoe. Zoe then kicks to Sanders. Sanders, good defense by Howe, good defense by the Squirrels. They're not giving the Kinder girls any room. There's Severson, she gets the turnover. Right on cue. There's Cotton, works against Nipstead. This is exactly what you expect in a rivalry game like this. Two teams that are going to be relentless with their defense. Let's see if Cotton can hit. She does. Ava Cotton, the senior forward, averages 11.6 a game, is at 5. And there's 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Trenbeth tried to answer, but she couldn't. Quickly up with 1 second. They're going to get the shot off. It will count if it goes, but it does not go. That was Kinley Haug who put that one up. And after 1 quarter of play, the Vikings lead 17-12.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels! Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The state-of-the-art STEM Center, along with our theater, music wing, early childhood center, wellness center, and athletic complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with their academics and activities.
Welcome back in, fans. Josh Omeris alongside Nick Eggman. Entertaining first half, as we'd expect. Vikings lead 17-12. Cotton and Haug each have 5, leading the way for the Squirrels. Kennedy Baco has 8. And Trenbeth with 5, the 2-point leaders for the Vikings. Sierra Nipstead and Zoe Sharp each have 2. And Abby Cobbervig scored the first bucket of the game. Those are the 2 points she's put through. And here we are, 17-12. Both of these teams are 10-3. The Vikings are 5-1 in league play. Central Cass is 4-1. All kinds of implications on this one. But regardless of what happens, we said there are 3 very evenly matched teams in this region with Valley City, Central Cass, and Kindred, and a host of others that on any given night could definitely beat anybody. Like we said, Scout Woods, you're not going to sleep on her in Wapaton.
No.
Jump ball here, going to go to the Vikings. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, it looks like Haug's got a little bit of that Jordan in her too, sticking her tongue out on that 3-point attempt.
You think, like, people know who Michael Jordan is at this young age, right?
I sure hope so.
I mean, I'm surprised at the things you don't know, Nick, about different people. Like, do you know who Kirby Puckett is?
Yes, Josh, I know who Kirby Puckett is.
Sometimes I can throw a name by you and you don't know who they are.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, I would agree. I think that she's got some Michael Jordan in her, that Haug. She's just got that aura of confidence. That
aura. Now you're sounding like the young one, Josh.
Yeah. Well, aura is a word that's been around for a long time.
Oh, you just must not be in the culture. That's the only word that gets talked about now.
Well, Kinley Haug has really put us off on a tangent here, hasn't she? She's wanting the ball now too as Severson drives up the court. A little more back and forth here, but another turnover. So exciting, but maybe a little sloppy on both teams. 17-12. Baco picks up her dribble, gives to her classmate, Leah Rowland. Rowland working against Severson. Severson zeroing in on her. inside. Oh, that was a nice pass and just trickled off the fingers of Kennedy Bacco.
Bacco might have to go take some lessons from brother on how to catch a ball down there. Brooks, the wide receiver.
17-12 Vikings lead. Nobody's scored here in the first 90 seconds. Nipstead almost had her hands on that. And Roland quick, nice passing there. Roland to Trenbeth to Nipstead. Nipstead can't get it to go. And the ball is in the hands of Zoe Sharp. Great pass by Zoe Sharp. Nobody's more excited there than Zoe Sharp as she fought hard for that rebound. And instead of going up, she found Sierra Nipstead. Nipstead wide open, gets the bucket and the first points in the second quarter. That foul went against Haug, and Haug has 2. Nipstead completes a 3-point play. It's 20-12. Nipstead has 5. Cotton, the 11's battle, as she works against Roland. In comes another 1, Trenbeth, but Haug gets it and eventually gives to Kabervig. Kabervig to Haug. Haug against Sharp. Haug inside. That was Verkeelen, who we never checked in. Sorry about that. J.C. Verkeelen, freshman guard. Was that a foul, Nick, or do they call
jump ball?
Jump ball, okay. A lot of jump balls. Possession, Central Cass. And checking in for Verkeelen is going to be Becca Kegley, senior forward, 5'8" senior, wears number 5. Severson gives to Haug, and into the corner is Cotton. Cotton runs into Nipstead. Haug battles against Bacco, and there's a shot clock violation.
Looks like Severson didn't know.
Well, I'll confess, I put my head down, and
either,
usually
Josh.
you even hear the bench yelling about it, so I think there's, when that jump ball went, I think it reset everybody, and we all forgot about the shot clock, except for trusty old McQuillan down there. 5:30 left here in the half. Vikings by 8. Nipstead into Sharp. They're going to reverse the assist and points. Great pass earlier from Sharp to Nipstead, and Nipstead now returns the favor, and Sharp puts it through the bucket. Zoe Sharp gets 2 more points. It's Vikings by 10. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Josh Almaris alongside Nick Eggman. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, we have a doubleheader tonight. Boys play Castleton. Kindred boys play Castleton following this. Taylor Sanders checked into the game for the Kindred Vikings. Squirrels break the press. It's Kegley, who eventually, the ball gets into the hands of Ava Cotton. It went to Kabervig and then to Cotton. Cotton can't get it to go. And the Squirrels still remain scoreless 3 minutes into the second quarter. Let's see if Cotton can break that right now. Cotton works against Bacco. She goes up and in. Eva Cotton takes it right to the hoop. She has 7. Foul's going to go against Bacco. And that's Bacco's second foul, team's first. It's a shooting foul, though. As Ava Cotton, a 53% field free throw shooter, senior, averages almost 12 a game. Going to try to make this her 8th point, and she does. Cotton completes 3-point play. She has 8 and has her team within 7 as she now guards Sierra Nipstead. Nipstead gives it Trenbeth, who works against Severson. Into the paint goes Trenbeth. Severson, good defense. Great
the glass.
Kiss off the glass there by Liza Trenbeth. And the Bank North scoreboard now reads 24-15 Vikings. Here's the 8th grader Haug. Gives over to Coppervig and into the corner for Cotton. Cotton gives over to Severson. Severson can't handle it, goes out of bounds. In comes Zoe Sharp. Vikings have the ball. It was full to start the game, and it's just getting more and more full, Nick. Vikings with the ball. They go down to Zoe Sharp. Kegley on her. And it eventually goes to Rowland. Rowland works to her left. Severson's there to deny. Ball goes out of bounds, but they're saying it was knocked out of bounds by Liv Severson, and the Vikings get to keep it. 19 on the shot clock. Nipstead to Trenbeth, back to Nipstead. Finger roll by Sierra Nipstead, and the freshman has 7. Once again, Nipstead averages 24 a game. Here's a quick pass up to Leah Rowland, the wide open senior who wears number 11, puts it through for her first 2 points of the game. And the Vikings have extended this lead to 13. Coppervig thought about it, then decided otherwise. And now it goes to Haug, who gives on to Cotton, who gives on to Severson for a 3-pointer. Severson too strong, rebound Haug and the Squirrels. Knocked out of bounds there by Sierra Nipstead.
16 left on the shot clock here. That 3-point attempt by Severson never hit that rim.
In comes Lila Kittleson, junior, who wears number 15. Once again, both these teams have a record of 10-3. Cotton is fouled on the floor. Foul's going to go against Sierra Nipstead, her first, team's 3rd. Both teams come in 10-3. The Vikings have gotten more and more healthy throughout the year. And Jay Bachman's crew has hit some adversity with a key injury to Emery Holland. In the last 3 games, the Squirrels have lost.
Long 2 there by Haug.
Kinley Haug, the 8th grader, averages 14 points a game, is at 7 right now. And the 2 youngsters looked like they were going to square off with Nipstead and Haug. But instead it goes to Sanders. Sanders goes into the paint. She can't get the roll. Ball's all over the place. Then Sharp gets it, gives to Nipstead. Nipstead drives. Gonna be double dribble. Travel.
Ooh. Travel. Looked like it got knocked out of her hand by a Squirrel player when she went up, though.
Checking in is Addison Hushka. What's a fun name to say, Nick? Hushka.
Hushka. It is fun, Josh.
Had some Hushkas in the Vikings day. Blake Hushka, currently trackster at Concordia. Coach Brandt wanted a double dribble there. The ref said otherwise, and here's a long 2-point attempt. Doesn't go in. That was J.C. Verkeelen, who couldn't get it to go. Haug goes back to Verkeelen.
Nice
Verkeelen, nice move, but she can't get that one to go either. Yeah, that was a great ball fake. But I think JC would like to have that shot back. Vikings by 11. Castleton has only scored 5 points this quarter. The Vikings have put up 11.
Zoe Sharp. I tell you what, Josh, her presence down low at the start of this game and this whole first half has been immense to get this Vikings to an 11-point lead. She's got to be close to 5, 6, maybe 6, at least 5 offensive rebounds right now, giving her teammates other chances.
Yeah, she is such a selfless player and fun to watch. She's a competitor. She's a fighter. We talked about that great assist she had to Sierra Nipstead earlier, and then Nipstead passed her. She usually doesn't score a bunch of points. She has 4 tonight, but boy, she does so many of the intangibles. There's a nice rebound and put back by Lila Kittleson, and it's 30-17. Vikings lead. Haug working against a couple Vikings. Gets it to Verkeelen. Verkeelen gives back to Haug. And Haug puts up a finger roll, no good. Rebound Trenbeth and the Vikings. We're under 90 seconds left in the first half. Vikings by 13. So we mentioned it earlier. The Vikings led by 16 in Castleton earlier this year. That was on December 16th. Castleton came back and won the game by 6. So early leads don't mean a lot.
No.
You can also ask most Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans the same question. After a 10-minute drive and going up 7-0, Notre Dame did not win the game last night.
It's okay, Josh. There's always next year, man.
Well, I was very proud, for what it matters, of the Irish. Certainly would have liked to have them win the game, but congratulations to Ohio State. It was a fun college championship. But we're back to basketball here, 67 seconds left in the half. Vikings are looking to add to this lead. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside and they get it. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Yeah. They got it inside and the ball was shot up, but it did not touch anything. I guess it touched the backboard, but that doesn't count. And it'll be a shot clock violation against the Vikings. 55 seconds. Cass could play for a 2-for-1 here.
We're going to get that.
3-point attempt. Ooh, rolls around, but it's no good. Abby Kobervig has been held silent since the first bucket of the game. And the Vikings now have the ball with a 6-second differential between shot clock and play clock. 41 and 35. Nice hustle play there by Verkeelen and Central Cass. That was a crafty play by Verkeelen. She came from the backside of Trenbeth, stole it, got stuck in the corner, and then threw it off of Trenbeth's legs.
Yeah, Trenbeth kind of gave her a little look like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Hey, all is fair in this battle. J.C. Verkeelen, the freshman, with the wily veteran move. Shot clock is off. So Cass has to get it across, and they can hold for the final shot. Kegley pulls it back. Haug gives over to Severson. 30-17, 20 seconds left. Haug puts up a three-pointer. Three-point basket there by Kinley Haug. It's her second three-pointer. And the Vikings looking to get a basket back. Can they do it? Kittleson gets the roll. And not only was that a great shot, but it let the time expire. She put all the English on that one. She did. I think that rattled around for 4 seconds. It's an exaggeration, but Lila Kittleson not only makes the bucket, but the time expires in the process of it rolling around, and the Vikings lead 32-20 at the half. We're going to step away for 30 seconds, and when we come back, we'll talk it over as we take a look at some dancing, some Just for Kicks. See you back in 30 seconds.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank Community Bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hey fans, thanks for tuning into your live event. Josh Omeris alongside Nick Eggman, and on the floor there's some youngsters doing their Just for Kicks dancing, and we'll continue to show them as we talk a little bit about the first half. Nick, I'll start with this. What were your thoughts on the first half of action?
Kindred suffocating on defense, only allowing a 10-3 Castleton team to 20 first half points. That is very, very good. Castleton's getting some shots and they're not falling, but a lot of the time they're not setting up their offensive plays like the way they want to, and they're turning the ball over. Lee Rowland, Zoe Sharp, every one of these Kindred girls getting out on the floor. If you're Castleton, you got to make sure you can control the ball better a little bit more in this second half if you want to come back and erase this 12-point deficit.
Yeah, and they've done it before. We talked about the fact that Castleton was trailing by 16 at home against the Vikings, and they came back and defeated the Vikings 58-52. So and we've seen this with the Vikings too. I mean, we've said basketball is a crazy game of runs. The Vikings trailed Thompson. Do you remember by how much? I mean, double digits.
It was close to 20, I think, Josh. Yeah.
And Kindred fought back. Kindred didn't end up winning the game, but they tied it late, and then fell to the Tommies. So, you know, if you're both coaches in the locker room right now, there's no doubt that they're emphasizing
this game is nowhere near over.
Correct. Let's take a look at individual scorers. First for the Squirrels, a young lady that we were excited to watch, Nick. We talked about her off air. We talked about her in the pregame show. Kinley Haug, she wears number 2, averages 14 a game. She leads the way for the Squirrels. She has 10. She looks smooth. I'd say every bit as advertised.
Yes, she does. Like we said at the beginning, the whole offense runs through her. She has to touch that ball. She's going to bring the ball down the court, and then once they get in the half-court line, she's running. If you watch her and only watch her this whole game, you'll see her probably put on 3 miles throughout this game, running around trying to set up, not for herself, but for her teammates as well.
Future is very bright for her, of course.
Yes.
The time that matters most right now to her is this team, this year, and certainly this upcoming half for the Squirrels. Ava Cotton, wily veteran who's done a lot of cool things throughout her career, not only in basketball but in other things. Ava Cotton, always fun to get to watch in different activities, but she has 8. And then Abby Coppervig, the only other scorer for the Squirrels, she has 2. So it's Haug with 10, Cotton with 8, and Coppervig with 2. They're going to need to get some more team play.
Correct.
Wouldn't you agree there, Nick?
Yeah, they're going to have to get the ball moving around, like we just said. Moving around, you got to get other people involved, or else Kindred's just going to suffocate on those 3, and they're going to make those others shoot it until they prove it.
One thing that the Kindred Vikings have done very good as of recent is they've gotten a lot of production from a lot of different players.
Yes.
They have that sort of 3-headed monster in Trenbeth, Nipstead, Baco, but Sharp and Roland have come in and done a great job as the 4th and 5th starters, and then Lila Kittleson has come off the bench and gotten some big shots. Taylor Sanders hasn't scored today, but Taylor Sanders has been great off the bench. Here's how the individual scoring has gone for the Vikings. Kennedy Baco has 8, 7 each for Sierra Nipstead and Liza Trenbeth, 4 each for Lila Kittleson and Zoe Sharp, and 2 for Leah Rowland. Once again, 6 scorers for the Kindred Vikings. Nick, I want to get your thoughts on one thing here. The polls. Kindred has finally gotten themselves into the polls.
Correct.
I've talked to several girls, you know, like, what do you think about that? And you kind of get a mixed reaction, right? You get they're excited about it. They finally got the respect that, you know, maybe they feel like they were deserved. Then there's some that are like, well, whatever. You talk to the boys, and I don't think they want to hear anything about the polls because they're number 1 and they're getting almost all the votes. So what do you think of that? What do you think the kids' reaction is to, like, the girls' team? We'll talk specifically. They finally cracked the polls. South Prairie Max number 1, Devils Lake number 2, Carrington 3, and Kindred 4. Thompson and Valley City tied at 5. What are your thoughts on that, Nick?
Ultimately, it means nothing, right? You're going to know who's going to be at the top at the end of the year, and it's cool. It is cool that the state does that for these girls, because even though they say it doesn't matter, they're still looking at them. They want to see their name. Same with the boys. Okay, they're going to come out and say none of this matters, in which ultimately it doesn't. And you got to play well at the end of the year and keep getting better throughout the year. But being able to see that out there on Twitter or on the news or anywhere, it's fun and it's good for these kids to see at this age.
Yeah, it increases exposure. It gets people talking about it. Yeah, you're exactly right. And as coaches, which we both are, you could frame it either way, right?
Oh, yeah, you could use it as bulletin board material. You can use it as, don't look at these things, it doesn't matter. It is ultimately however you want to look at it.
Going to your point again, it doesn't mean a hill of beans tonight when Castleton comes here. I mean, or if it does, I mean, it's, again, big bulletin board material. We're going to go into Kindred, and we're going to knock off the number 1 team in the state.
For the boys tonight, yes.
That's what they're saying, yes, yeah. And same thing with Castleton. The Castleton girls are coming in. They were once ranked. Now they're not.
I truly don't think it matters for this game specifically.
Well, go ahead.
No love lost between the two. A lot of respect, but each team wants to beat the other very, very badly.
Well, right now it's the Vikings up by 12, 32-20, and we're going to step away. I'm going to give some love to First Class Mortgage before we do so. Thanks to First Class Mortgage for sponsoring the halftime show, locally owned and operated. First Class Mortgage is more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates possible. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we should be back for third quarter action.
If you're ready to save time, aggravation, and money, the team at Weber Insurance is here and ready to make the process as painless as possible. Weber Insurance makes sure you find the best insurance because their agency is 100% independent. They have the freedom to shop the marketplace and find the best possible combination of cost and coverage. Talk with Dan, Leslie, or Carol to get a quote started today, or go online to weberinsurance.net. Call, click, text, or stop in at Weber Insurance, locally owned in Castleton.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Hey fans, welcome back. We're about 31 seconds away from the second half, beginning the second half of the first part of a doubleheader. I'm not sure what Scott did, but I want to say hi to Christine Ilbitson, recovering from surgery on her right foot. Thanks for tuning in, Christine Ilbitson, our favorite Coes mentor person.
Yes.
You want to say hi to Christine?
Hi, Christine. Hopefully your foot gets better.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in on your live event. Josh Omerson alongside Nick Eggman. Nick, there was just a swarm of people who just got into the building here. So something must have ended somewhere with some, what do we got? JV game? No, there's the boys JV played first, and then the C squad must have finished up.
Yep.
Excited for the second half?
I am. Castleton student section just got bigger. Hopefully it gets louder throughout the night here and throughout the second half.
Well, this is where we said anything can happen. Kindred right now is up 12. I'd be surprised if we don't see a run from Central Cass here. Howe gives over to Cotton. Cotton eventually runs to Nipstead, and then it goes to Kegley. Kegley goes to the corner. Three-point basket by Cotton, no good. Rebound, going to go to Haug. It's knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's knocked out
off Haug.
Off Haug, and the Vikings are going to get the ball. 32-12. Vikings lead. 30 seconds in here. Nice pass. Nipstead up to Roland. Roland to her classmate Baco. And here comes a crashing Sierra Nipstead. What a great play there.
Yeah, saw a wide open lane and put on the accelerator and drove right down.
So Nipstead up to 9 right now. Severson had the ball and she gave over to Cotton.
See another turnover here, another jump ball.
Ball's on the floor there, going to be a jump ball, and possession's going to go to the Vikings. So another Squirrels turnover. And the Vikings have the ball and a 14-point lead. Baco with it right now, working against Kegley, gives a Sharp, and then to Trenbeth. Trenbeth against Severson. Going to be a foul, likely going to go against Severson here. It's going to be her first. teams first. And Liza going to go to the line. She's a 70% free throw shooter. The junior puts the first one up and in. She has 8. $15-point lead for the Vikings right now as Trenbeth has the ball at the charity stripe, puts it up and in. She connects on both, has 9, and it's a 16-point Vikings lead. Cotton with the ball, runs into Roland, and all for naught. Nothing. It was a nothing call. Ball went out of bounds, and they must have said that it went off of Roland. It's Haug with the ball now. Gives to Cotton, knocked away, and it goes to Roland. 3-on-1 for the Vikings. Roland gives to Nipstead, but the hustling Squirrels are back in time to stop her. Inside, the Vikings go quickly to Bacco, and then outside to Trenbeth, and she rattles it in.
That one.
Nice 3-point bucket there by Liza Trenbeth, and she's up to 12. Here come the Squirrels. They hit the corner. Kabervig, she connects. Abby Kabervig has 5. Her first 3-pointer of the game. It's 39-22 Vikes. Here's Nipstead. Gives to Roland. Roland, finger roll. No good. But there's a foul called against the Squirrels. And Roland going to go to the line. The foul's going to go against Rebecca Kegley. Her second, team second. 2 for Kegley, 2 fouls. 1 for Haug. 2 for Haug. And 1 for Severson. Roland hits 1 of 2. And she has 3. Vikings have, Bacco has 2 and Nipstead has 1.
Another turnover, Josh.
Yeah, that's going to be the bugaboo for the Squirrels here, is the amount of turnovers and just getting more comfortable with breaking that press. The lead is extended to 18 for the Vikings, and they're looking to put it to 20 or more here with this possession. Nipstead to Bacco. Bacco goes into the paint, spins around. Good move.
Soft touch there off the back of the rim.
I like how you finished that, Nick. Good move, soft touch. Kennedy Bacco has 10. Here's Cotton working through a double team. Going to be a foul called on the floor. And it's going to go against Liza Trenbeth. Her first. Liza has 12 points and 1 foul. That ball was inbounded but knocked away by Bacco. He's going to go all the way down to the other end of the court.
Yeah, lucky for Castleton, shot clock still at 32. Basically like starting the possession on a Kindred make.
So here's Kenley Haug with the ball. And she throws it down the sideline there over to Kegley.
Timeout Bachman.
Yeah, good timeout there by Bachman. I think he saw his girls were in a little bit of trouble, and he called the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. From banking to insurance, like Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Handle your request. Go to kindredstatebank.com for more information.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hey fans, welcome back in. Doubleheader night here in Kindred. Thanks to Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency for sponsoring the timeouts. We're back. Vikings up 20. Castleton gets it inside to Cotton, who's going to get called for the travel. Another turnover for the Squirrels.
Squirrels are going to press here, see if they can get a couple cheap points.
Well, they need it right now, and they could get it.
There's a turnover right there.
Ball trickles off of Trenbeth, and Howe gets it. The Squirrels need to get something. They need to start making their run eventually as we approach almost halfway done with the third quarter. They only have 2 points in the third quarter as Cotton throws up a prayer. No good. Rebound. Trenbeth. Trenbeth works against Cotton. Gets it across the timeline, and she's going to go all the way. Nice move. Oh, that ball looked like it was down, but it's trusty old Zoe Sharp with another rebound. Hands it off to Sierra Nipstead. And Sierra Nipstead.
Another offensive rebound by Sharp.
Nipstead has 12. Yeah, that
down low.
Everybody kind of got mesmerized by that ball not going in on Trenbeth, and then Zoe Sharp gets the rebound and goes and hands it right off to Nipstead. Zoe Sharp having a good game. 45-22, Vikings lead. They go to Sharp there. Sharp gives back to Nipstead.
Another assist.
That seems to be on repeat.
Yep.
Nipstead with another bucket after she gets a pass from Zoe Sharp.
Lead up to 25 now.
Cotton was able to get that to Haug. Haug throws it away, and here's Nipstead with the easy lay-in. And Sierra Nipstead has 16. The Vikings are on a roll right now, leading 49-22. They're outscoring Central Cass 17-2 in this third quarter.
Here's a three. Got it.
That was needed as Abby Cobbervig has 2 3-pointers in this quarter, up to 8 points. That was needed to stop the run the Vikings are on. Squirrels are going to need more of that. Trenbeth with the ball right now. She tries to go inside and is successful, but Roland can't get it to go. And who else would it be?
Rebound.
Zoe Sharp with the rebound and put back. Zoe Sharp stands 5 feet 8 inches, but the saying goes, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. On full illustration with Zoe Sharp right now. Sierra, I mean, she could just shoot anything she wanted right now with Zoe Sharp down there. Like, if you miss, you're going to get another chance. Here's a kick out to Roland, and she is just a bit too strong, can't get the roll. Rebound goes to Central Cass, Olivia Severson. Haug goes over to Kegley and then into the corner. Can Coppervig hit again? No, she can't. Almost saved there. Good effort by Liv Severson. And into the game for the Squirrels is going to be Hushka and Verkeelen. I believe it was Hushka. Nope, sorry, Faith Bjerke and J.C. Verkeelen. And then for the Vikings, Taylor Sanders and Lila Kittleson. Here's Sanders, who kicks over to Nipstead. Nipstead, another 3-point attempt, no good.
Another offensive rebound on the line for Kittleson.
Good hustle by Kittleson. I thought she had the rebound, but ref was right there and said she stepped on the line. Ava Cotton comes back in after a short breather. 86 seconds left here in the third quarter, and it's been a great third quarter for the Vikings. They've outscored Castleton 19-5 in the third quarter. Here's a 3-point attempt by Cotton. Cotton, a little too strong. Rebound going to be Lila Kittleson. Lila Kittleson has done a great job coming off the bench in the last few games. Strong, hard-working young lady. She gets the rebound there. Speaking of rebounds, here comes Zoe Sharp, the senior, high-fiving her classmate Kennedy Bacco as Kennedy goes and gets a breather. Sanders to Trenbeth. Double team Trenbeth is. Sanders has it stolen from her by Haug, the 8th grader. Good drive, but can't get it to go. Verkeelen, oh no, she got the rebound, but couldn't get the easy lay-in. And the Vikings are back quickly with Sierra Nipstead. Ball's on the floor, and here we go. Cotton all the way. Is she going to take it? Yes, she is, but she can't make it.
Turned into a track meet here, Josh.
Hit back and forth as Nipstead decides to slow things down. And Cotton then works into her front pocket. 37 seconds left, 23 on the shot clock. Trenbeth thinks about it and then decides otherwise. Verkeelen knocks it away, but Trenbeth corrals it back. Sierra Nipstead tries to get it all the way across to Sanders, but it's knocked away, and Central Cass has it. Shot clock is turned off. 26-point Viking lead. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Haug, and then to Cotton. 10 seconds. Cotton's going to drive, no good. And the rebound taken away nicely there by Liza Trenbeth. It was in the hands of Faith Bjerke. But Liza took it, and then what did they call there, Nick? A jump ball. Okay,
jump ball. Stay with Castleton.
5.2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Vikings 51, Squirrels 25. Here's Verkeelen. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Haug going to go out of bounds. They're going to put time on the clock. Nope, they're going to say call her a quarter. What a great third quarter for the Kindred Vikings. They win that quarter by a score of 19-5 and push their lead 51-25. We'll take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the fourth quarter.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
I want to thank Mike Bice and his crew for their sponsorship at the Knickerbocker. We're into the fourth quarter, and the Bank North scoreboard reads Vikings 51, Squirrels 25. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Nothing changed on the Bank North scoreboard as the Vikings threw it out of bounds, and now Central Cass is going to do the same. We're 20 seconds in, a couple turnovers. And the Vikings up 26 with the ball. Nipstead to Trenbeth. Trenbeth stops, pops, and swishes it through. Liza Trenbeth Jr. averages 18 points a game. She has 15 here tonight, and she has so many times where she just looks so smooth. There she takes another pass from Sierra Nipstead and is up to 17. Great play there by Sierra Nipstead. She knew she was too tight, passed it on to Trenbeth, and Trenbeth's not going to miss that shot.
And now we run into a running quarter here. Kindred up 30-31.
That ball is going to be knocked into the hands eventually of Coppervig, and then to Cotton, back to Coppervig. Coppervig has hit a couple three-pointers. Cotton's going to give this a shot. Nowhere close. Olivia Severson picks up the bounce, and then she's going to try and drive. She can't get it to go, and Zoe Sharp with another rebound. Here's rolling quickly up to Nipstead, and Nipstead going to take and make. The Vikings have been on a phenomenal run as a team as of recent, all the way dating back to, really going back to January 6th, coming off a Christmas break. They have been on a roll, and they have not slowed down here tonight. They are up 58-25 and looking in prime form. Haug right now works it down to Cotton, who's double teamed. Baco and Roland, they give to Haug, and then Cobbervig gonna put up another three. No good, rebound, Severson. She can't get it to go, she gets another rebound.
Gets fouled.
So rebounds galore there for Severson, but she couldn't get it to fall, and now she's gonna get 2 attempts from the charity stripe. Rebecca Kegley looking to check in for the Squirrels, so is Taylor Sanders. That foul went against Zoe Sharp. First shot's good.
Is that Severson's first points of the night, Josh?
It is. Liv Severson. Zoe Sharp goes to the bench and gets a nice round of applause. And Severson makes both. In comes Rebecca Kegley for the shooter. And it's 58-27, 31-point Kindred lead. Here's Trenbeth. Trenbeth works against Cobbervig, gives over to Roland. Roland works against Kinley Haug, the senior versus the 8th grader. Oh, she's gonna put it up. Okay, Leah, and that goes right through the net. Leah Roland stops and pops for a 3-pointer. She has 6. Boy, she made that look smooth, Nicholas.
That's something we don't really see out of Leah Roland.
That's a testament to how the Vikings are playing right now. I mean, everything that they put up is just turning. Everything they do right now is turning to gold.
Yeah, and they're holding Centracast to 7 points in the second half right now.
That's correct. It has been an impressive performance by the Vikings tonight. 61-27. Here's Cotton, drives, and she gets herself a nice layup. She's in double digits, she has 10. Vikings 61, Squirrels 29. Liza backs in, then they throw to Nipstead. She slows it down, slowly works to her left.
A little bump there by Cotton.
Yep, Ava Cotton gets her money's worth on that foul. It's her first for the senior, who averages 11.6 a game and is now at 10. 4:10 left. Leah throws to the corner, and Kennedy Baco, good hustle to get it. Quickly gives to Trenbeth. Trenbeth gets the roll.
Kindred's getting all the rolls tonight.
19 for Trenbeth as we move to under 4 left in the game. Here's Cotton. Floater, no good. Rebound, Roland, who gives to Sanders. Double team, and it goes to Baco, and it eventually falls to Kegley. Kegley then gives over to Verkeelen, and Verkeelen is fouled. She's going to go to the line.
Yeah, that's something else to add tonight, Josh. It's been a relatively quiet night for fouls. It's been a very physical game. Not a lot of fouls been called.
3 on Baco now. That's the most for either team. First free throw is good for J.C. Verkeelen, the freshman guard. Her first point of the contest. Isla Kittleson just come in here. She makes both, Verkeelen does.
I foresee benches clearing here in a little bit, Josh. About 3:30 left to play in this game.
You predicting a brawl?
No, Josh.
Okay, got it. Vikings try to work it inside, and they're unable to do so. It's Kegley who gets it. And now it's in Kenley Haug's hands. Eventually goes down to Cotton. Cotton drives. Gives over to Cobbervig. Cobbervig has it knocked away. It's on the floor. Kennedy Baco picks it up. 3:10 left, and you're right, the benches are about to clear for both teams. 63-21. Nipstead goes behind her back. Cotton still working hard on defense. Here's Trenbeth with a good fake. Oh, she doesn't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Cotton. And Cotton is going to be fouled by Sanders. Fun to see, you know, I mean, this goes for a lot of the girls, but Ava Cotton, no quit at all. She is working very hard and wants to win this game awful bad. We got a wholesale change. Let me quick get a run through of who's on the floor. Addison Hushka right now with the ball. It's Sophie Sherwhite. Adrian Hintemeister in the game here as well. Whitney Mitchell, and here's a three-point attempt. No good from Hintemeister. Mallory Keller with the ball for the Vikings. Lila Kittleson in the game. Kate Odegaard, Ivy Trenbeth, and Emma Mathis all in the game for the Vikings. Goes off the fingers of Keller. Squirrels with the ball. I think I missed Faith Bierke in there. She has the ball right now and ended up passing it over to Whitney Mitchell. So Mitchell, Hushka, Sherwhite, Bierke, and Hintemeister for the Squirrels. Ball goes out of bounds. Vikings are going to get it. Clock is running. 80 seconds left. Checking in is J.C. Verkeelen for the Squirrels. Clock is running. Vikings are up 63-31. They're winning by 32 as Emma Mathis has it and gives to Odegaard. Mathis gives to Trenbeth. Got a foul called here.
Might be close to the end of the game here, Josh, with the clock running.
Bierke going to be called. Faith Bierke going to be called for the foul. 40 seconds, and once again, the clock is running. Looks like Kittleson is able to get it into Keller. Shot clock is off. Vikings can hold here. Here's Odegaard. Gives to Kittleson. She's being guarded by
Odegaard.
Hintemeister. Odegaard can dribble it out. Yep. Well, the Kindred Vikings are on a tear right now. They look great, and this was an impressive win, 63-31. If it continues to dial down like this, which one would expect. Final 2 seconds, roll off the clock, and there's the horn. Kindred Vikings do get redemption on a loss that they took in Castleton on December 16th. Once again, Castleton was victorious on December 16th, 58-52, but the Kindred Vikings continue to get healthier and better, and they collect a 32-point win here at home over the Central Cass Squirrels. Great performance by the Kindred Vikings. We're going to step away for about a minute, and we're going to look to get an interview up in the booth here. And we'll break this one down. We also have a quick turnaround because boys are next. So give us a minute, and we'll try to get an interview up in the booth.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
This is Jamie from Park Company Realtors, and I'd like to take a moment to show you around a new development in Kindred, Norman Acres. With a country-like feel, Norman Acres gives you the opportunity to have your own fully outfitted shop or outbuilding just steps away. Residential lot sizes vary between 1/2 and 3/4 of an acre in size, and all lots for residences and shops have no special assessments. Give yourself the space to grow. Pick your spot and plant your roots in Norman Acres of Kindred.
Polar Communications. Innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Hey fans, welcome into Kindred. We are pleased to be joined by senior Zoe Sharp. Zoe, first of all, congratulations. You guys played great. How'd it feel to get the win over the rival Central Cass Squirrels?
It felt great. Getting revenge from last game. We came out, hit hard.
You played fantastic defensively. You got some great rebounds, and one thing that we were very impressed with up here was the assist between you and Sierra. You guys were playing great together. How fun was it to give the ball off and watch Sierra do her thing?
It's so fun. I'm always looking behind me. Sierra's always ready to just cut to the hoop and quick handoff.
You guys have won 7 in a row. You're now number 4 in the state of North Dakota, and you picked up some very impressive wins at Devil's Lake, with Valley City here in Central Cass. What seems to be working so well for the girls right now?
Brant's just preaching a lot of handle the pressure and put the pressure on when we need to, and we know when to kick it up a notch.
Zoe, congratulations. We appreciate you coming up here. Keep it rolling.
Thank you.
Your unlimited or pay-per-wash membership can be used at any Tommy's Express location nationwide. Your vehicle is recognized at any app lane you visit. Our license plate recognition system ensures that you are on your way to washing in seconds. Check ahead before your next business trip, road trip, or snowbird journey to your winter home and find a location at your destination or along the way. We can't wait to give you the same world-class wash experience across the country.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred on your live event. We're going to do a quick post-game show here before we step away and get ready for the boys matchup. I want to thank Tommy's Express Car Wash for sponsoring the post-game show. Love your ride at locally owned Tommy's Express Car Wash. Sign up in the app for your free first month of unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash your spot to clean off winter salt, sand, and slush. Tommy's Express Car Wash with 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead. They have the tools and the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out. Thanks to Tommy's Express Car Wash. Nick, quick thoughts on that game as the Vikings improved to 11-3, where the Central Cass Squirrels unfortunately have seen their 4th straight loss and fall to 10-4.
Kindred came out and they took it gas to the pedal immediately. You could tell they wanted to go avenge that loss from earlier in the year. Played great defense. Made it Castleton second-guess themselves on every single pass, on every single shot, and you could tell Castleton never really settled in, and Kindred took big advantage of that.
Central Cass scorers go as follows. Leading the way was Kenley Haug. She had 10. Actually, Ava Cotton also had 10, and then there was 8 for Abby Coppervig, 2 points for Olivia Severson, and 2 for J.C. Verkeelen. Phenomenal defense by the Vikings, specifically in the second half. They only allowed Central Cass to score 11 points in the second half. And once again, we're victorious 63-31. So leading the way with 10 points was Kenley Haug and Ava Cotton, each with 10. On the Viking side of things, they have 3 in double digits. Liza Trenbeth with 19, Sierra Nipstead with 18, and Kennedy Baca with 10. They also got 6 from Leah Rowland, 6 from Zoe Sharp, and 4 from Lila Kittleson. Great team effort there by the Kindred Vikings. Once again, the Kindred Vikings advanced to or improved to 11-3, and the Central Cass girls to 10-4. Nick, fun atmosphere, wouldn't you say?
It is. Now you got the pep band rolling. Great, fun first game, especially if you're a Kindred Vikings fan, and it's going to be a really fun atmosphere for this boys game. And I'm excited to see how Caston comes out and goes up against this #1 team in the state, Kindred Vikings.
That's up here next. Before we step away, we want to wish Central Cass the best of luck as they finish off their season. They play Thursday night at Lisbon and looking to end a 4-game skid here. I want to thank Jay Bachman for his time this morning. It's always fun to get to visit with them, and certainly wish all the Central Cass Squirrels the best. I want to give one more shout out to Emery Hall and let her know that there's a lot of people in blue wishing her a quick and healthy and fast recovery. Put Nick and I at the top of that list, Emery, as we wish you the best. Kindred Vikings, they're next up. Their next game is on Friday. They go up to Grafton, be another doubleheader up in Grafton as the Kindred Vikings head up north. Everybody's tapping me and bugging me.
How does it feel?
Yeah.
How does it feel, Josh?
What do you mean, how does it feel? Do I do that to you a lot?
I got it the last game we had with our spectators out in front of us.
Okay.
Sounds like
All
Teddy's
right.
going home.
Yeah, it does sound like that. Any closing thoughts, Nick, before we get to do our players of the game?
Player of the game, yes.
Yes, okay. Well, I'll take player of the game. We haven't talked about this. I'll take player of the game. You want to take play of the game? I'll give you some time to think about it. Sound good? So Enbridge, player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Enbridge, player of the game. I know that Liza Trenbeth led the way with 19, and Sierra Nipstead looked fancy as always with her 18. But I'm going to go with Zoe Sharp. Zoe Sharp just seemed to be that selfless, sort of pesty young lady down in the paint, getting her rebounds, passing it off to her teammates. She doesn't fill the scorebook with a bunch of points, but it's a ton of the intangibles that she does so well. So she gave a great interview up here as well and talked about how much fun it is to play with her teammates. Zoe Sharp is going to be our Enbridge player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Nick, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna give a little plug here for Agassiz Precision Ag, and you can figure your thing out here. So the play of the game for Agassiz, sponsored by Agassiz Precision Ag, is going to go to Nick in a second. Agassiz Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, but services the entire Red River Valley and beyond. They specialize in everything from basic planter maintenance to customized planter builds to meet the individualized needs of their growers. The planter of your future can be put in your shed today. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Take it away, Nick.
Well, the play of the game, I'm going to cheat, Josh. I'm going to go the third quarter. Okay, Vikings come out of the second half, have a 12-point lead. They hold Central Cass to 7 points in that third quarter. The play or plays for Kindred on the defensive side of the ball is really what let them win this game tonight.
I would have said the same thing, so I don't know if that's scary or if it's good. And just one quick correction, I think they only held them to 5 points in that third quarter. So, and we said...
11 in the second half.
Yes, 11 in the second half. We said we thought Castleton was going to come out and clip away at that lead like they had done earlier, like what Kindred did against Thompson, but they were unable to do so, and it was in large part because of the suffocating defense that the Vikings had. So I like that, absolutely. I think it's great. So congratulations to the Kindred Viking girls defense, their defensive play. They are the Agassiz Precision Ag winners of play of the game. Congratulations again to Zoe Sharp for being the Enbridge player of the game. Congratulations to Coach Sam Brandt and her staff and kids as they now improve to 11-3 and are potentially one of the most dangerous teams in the state of North Dakota right now. We wish once again Jay Bachman and his crew all the best as they continue on with the rest of their season. Hate to be short and sweet here, but we're going to end things right now on the Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show, and we're going to get set up so we can get ready for the back end of this doubleheader as the boys game is up next. For Nicholas Eggman, I'm Josh Almaris. We'll see you shortly.